Technically speaking.
Welcome to our Technically Untechnical Technology Talk,
a NIWC Atlantic production.
Hello, I'm Chelsea, the NIWC Atlantic Audiovisual Specialist, Social Media Manager, and wannabe engineer until I remember I don't like math.
And I'm Alex, part of the media engagement team, and I'm not good at math either, but I know it took math to help with the important technology in my life, like my power wheelchair and adaptive van.
There is so much science, technology, math has helped us with in our everyday lives. It blows my mind, and they're teaching it younger and younger nowadays. So I'm reading to my 1.5-year-old this book that he got from the doctor's office about baby engineers. And it's just like simple stuff of what engineering is. And there are so many toys, books, all of that geared towards science and math to little ones nowadays. And it's very cool. It makes me want to learn.
That's so cute that there's a baby engineering book. I think teaching your son while he's young will help him be prepared for the future.
I hope so. I remember when I was in school, I was taking typing classes, computer classes, and nowadays kids are learning basic coding. It seems so advanced to me, but to the next generation, this is normal. And this is all part of the STEM focus in our education nowadays. It's science, technology, engineering, and math.
And NIWC Atlantic is part of that STEM focus. For this podcast, we've got an interview with the NIWC Atlantic STEM Outreach team. We also will share some of the NIWC Atlantic recent successes and our technical tidbit. So get comfy, turn up that volume, and let's get started.
I recently sat down with Kelly Thompson and Tonya Hamann, the duo responsible for making the NIWC Atlantic STEM outreach team thrive and grow. They told me a little bit more about their roles and how important it is to have a strong relationship with the local community. Let's take a listen. Can you both please tell me your roles in making NIWC Atlantic STEM team a success? And Tonya, why don't you start?
I'm one of the co-directors for the STEM Outreach Program, and Kelly and I have split the different projects, and I'm over the robotics program and the cybersecurity, PCDC, cyber camp, lunch buddies, and the internship program. And also, when we have the tours and shadows, that one also falls under my swim lane.
And Kelly, what about you?
So I'm the other co-director, and all the other things, career fairs and STEM mobile apps and Girls Day Out, those fall under my swim lane. But our big role here is to help lead this wonderful team that we've got here at NIWC Atlantic, because everything that we do is a result of the awesome volunteers that we've got here.
And our STEM is really involved with the community. That's what these volunteers do. That's what you guys are doing. And why is that important? And how is it helping NIWC Atlantic?
Well, we are building our future workforce. I mean, that is our mission. That is our main goal, that we are developing the workforce of tomorrow. But while we're doing that, we're also providing opportunities to our current employees at NIWC Atlantic to, experience, obviously, the joy of getting out and working within the community. But also helps our NIWC employees in terms of their performance reviews. It counts as leadership. It gives them experience with developing curriculum and all kinds of different things, public speaking, perhaps. So many aspects of it that work there.
On maybe an emotional level, what do you hear from your volunteers after they're out in the community?
We hear that this is one of the most rewarding things that they do. And if it were not for the STEM Outreach Program, some employees have said that they may have actually found somewhere else to go.
Wow.
So it makes a huge difference in the morale of the workforce. So workforce development, along with building those soft skills, it also provides them a sense of belonging with the community and the ability to reach out to the community.
The effects of getting involved with the STEM program are far-reaching, it seems, especially for the employees. You've got it in performance, you've got it in recruitment to build our workforce, and you've got it even on an emotional level for a sense of belonging. I think that is wonderful that it covers so many bases just within one large program that you guys are running so well, by the way. And I'd like to talk about how STEM is involved in the community. Can you tell me about the different ways that you reach that wide range of people. Yeah.
This could be a very long podcast, but we'll try to throw in summary, because we do have a lot of different project areas that fall underneath STEM outreach. And so we could be doing anything from mentoring a robotics team or going to a school and doing career fairs. You'll see us out in the community a lot doing expos and hands-on activities and camps over the summer. So we are constantly out there, and we're also constantly changing what we do within those project areas, because we always want NIWC Atlantic's STEM outreach program to be fresh and exciting.
And what's the range? So you've mentioned a lot of different events and programs you're involved with. Now, what is the range of, I guess, kids, or who are you working with as far as age?
We focus on K through 12, but we also support beyond. So we say K through 12 and beyond, but the majority of our work is K through 12, but we do have the internship programs and things of that nature that go beyond the 12th grade.
So what communities is NIWC Atlantic STEM involved with? Is it just here in Charleston?
No, it's not. Now, Charleston is the largest office in terms of STEM outreach, but we are actually in Hampton Roads in New Orleans, and those programs right now are actually building, and so they're growing. It's been pretty exciting. And we also have folks in the National Capital Region that have been helping on some smaller events as well.
And I know you had some numbers for me. Let's hear them, because I know we have a very impressive program, and I want to hear it in this quantitative way.
So these statistics are from fiscal year 22. We had 43,000 students that we served. Approximately 200 of our volunteers were able to participate and join us for workforce development and some of that community outreach. With the 200 volunteers, that was over 9,000 hours. And
wow.
as Kelly said, we do robotics where our folks can be a mentor for a team. And in 22, we supported 102 robotics teams.
Wow. When you hear those numbers, what do you guys think of? You're the ones doing all the work behind the scenes, getting all of that out. So when you hear those numbers, what does that fill you with?
Well, it's exciting to see that NIWC Atlantic STEM outreach program is as impactful as it has been and is going to continue to be. And we're excited to do more.
And what's your impression of the community? Have we been embraced by the community, or are they hesitant for us to be involved with them?
We have truly been embraced by the community. In 22, we won the Trident Regional Education Center of South Carolina Department of Commerce inaugural Employee of Education Award.
Wow.
And that was a huge honor for us, because this was voted for by the educators, by the people we serve. So it shows that we are truly making a difference.
That makes me so proud of this program. I hope you guys are as well.
We are.
So what does the future look like? How are you hoping to grow?
Right now, we are focusing on growing in New Orleans and Hampton Roads. And so that is our real focus. We've got a great foothold here in the Charleston area. And we're pretty excited because there's been a lot of opportunities there, and we've got some good folks now aligned in those program areas that are really helping to make that happen.
So calling all volunteers.
Calling all volunteers, and that doesn't just mean Charleston. I'm sorry, it doesn't just mean Hampton Roads and New Orleans. We need you in Charleston.
We need them everywhere. Well,
Yes.
This is exciting. The future looks bright for STEM.
Yes.
Absolutely, and we look forward to seeing lots of new volunteers at the upcoming events this year.
So after speaking with Kelly and Tonya, it became very clear to me, Alex, that there are many reasons that the STEM team enjoys this community involvement. Recruitment, fresh collaborative ideas, and it's a morale boost for the workforce. And you've seen this firsthand, Alex. You've been to some of these STEM events, right?
Yes, I've been to several events over the years, and it's really exciting to see the families and children out exploring the many different STEM opportunities and how they can apply that to their education and what's possible for them in future careers.
That's right, Alex. I love seeing the success that we've had with this program. And that leads me into this next part of the podcast, which is the successes that we've had around the command recently. So let's jump into it. In July, members of the NIWC Atlantic's Unmanned Naval Innovation Team, or UNIT, participated in an exercise off the coast of Colombia. And they were in support of the U.S. 4th Fleet's Future Hybrid Fleet. So basically, our drones worked alongside this new naval hybrid fleet of ships. The future is here, Alex.
Yes, the future is here. A group of our NIWC Atlantic summer interns working in Hampton Roads under the SEAP, or the Science and Engineering Apprenticeship Program, and NREAP, the Naval Research Enterprise Internship Program, were treated to a tour of one of the Navy's newest aircraft carriers, the USS George H.W. Bush, at Naval Station Norfolk on July 5th.
And the NIWC Atlantic STEM team waved the green flag on an exciting summer of learning with a kickoff event Memorial Day weekend at the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. The volunteers assisted nearly 400 kids in creating balloon-powered race cars, and it was all part of the Speed Street Steam Expo.
It's definitely been a busy summer for us at NIWC Atlantic, and continuing with our STEM theme, let's dive into the history of it. It's time for our technical tidbit.
Not really that technical.
Did you know, Chelsea, in the early 2000s, the acronym STEM was originally coined as an education term by the National Science Foundation?
I didn't realize it was just since the early 2000s. And did you know, Alex, that the very first time that science and technology education was even focused on in America was actually after the launch of Sputnik, that Russian satellite, in 1957. And then by 1958, NASA was created, and the creation of NASA helped organize the nation's science programs and kind of served as the leader of the country's push for more science, technology, engineering, and math in the education system.
Sounds like a good outcome from a healthy competition.
Yes, it was. We are at the end of this podcast, and as always, to stay up to date on everything that we are working on here at NIWC Atlantic, check out our social medias under NavWar or our NIWC Atlantic website. Links are in the description.
This wraps up another episode. Thank you for listening. If you have a tip or story that you think should be included in this podcast, please contact us at our public affairs email address, which is listed in the description.
Naval Information Warfare Center Atlantic, also known as NIWC, is the East Coast branch of the Naval Information Warfare Systems Command within the Department of the Navy. We develop a range of technologies that provide state-of-the-art capabilities to the United States military.